Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fed Razak at CMTrading. Today is December 19, 2022, and today is Monday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, the market's tapering off after a crazy week. No major economic events scheduled for today. But as we look at the various markets, starting out with the Forex symbols, the euro stays on course on its uptrend, while looking at the indices, the Dow Jones and the NASDAQ both bounced from the brinks. It was in a 3,000 point range-ish late last week. And looking at commodities, gold steady with oil tapering lower. Looking at stocks, Apple hitting that support level at the bottom of the range. And lastly, looking at cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin unchanged for the week. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So first thing off, expect lower trading volume for the next couple of weeks. We are getting into the holiday season, especially next week. So it's traditionally a much lighter trading session. So just be aware of it and be prepared for it. Now looking at the Euro USD, we could pretty much see that we are looking at a weekly chart. First, I'm going to take a broader view and then a more macro view. So in 2020, we hit a low of 106-ish level, and we came right back, if you guys remember that. But if you don't, we have the charts to do that. Now, if we look at it right now, we are right there, okay? Right at that level where it was previous support, and this is subsequent resistance, okay? So just keep that noted as we're entering this last phase of this rally. Now, we have been on an uptrend up until now, but the question is, will we extend that rally? We're looking at a daily. We breached a little bit of it, okay, on the uptrend line, okay, but again, it's been strong. 107 is certainly a resistance-ish area, and it becomes kind of gray at this point, so just be aware of it. Now, looking at the GBP USD, didn't get as big of a bounce as the euro, okay, not near its highs as much. Looking at the Australian dollar, also closer to the GBP as it's getting weaker versus the dollar. Now, jumping into commodities, looking at gold, it's been relatively resilient. 1796, we did sell off to 1770 after hitting that 1880-ish level. It's hovering around there. I'm beginning to think that 1800 is going to be a threshold that we want to push above. Okay, so just keep that in your sight for now. Now, looking at crude oil, a nice downwards trend still there as we're at $74 a barrel. Now, we've had a couple of nice bumps, but we're getting to that bottom range, okay, and we may test that $71 once again, so keep that in mind. Now, looking at the U.S. markets, Dow Jones coming back from the brinks, 33,225 as it bounces from expiration on Friday. Now, we hit a low of 32,900-ish level, okay, we were as high as 35,182 just last week, so it's been in a crazy range. That's close to 25 to 3,000 points. Okay, so just be aware that we are trading in a massive range. Now, going into the latter part of the year, I don't expect us to be, crazy trading range, but just be aware of it. We may see ourselves bouncing back maybe to the 33,800-ish level. Now, looking at the NASDAQ, got beat up even more, and it's at the bottom of the range there, as you can see here. Now, looking at the major stocks, Apple is going to look very similar to this NASDAQ chart, okay, at the bottom of the range. We're looking at a daily. It's at the bottom of that range at 134. If it breaks it, our next support level is 127. It's not the only stock in the NASDAQ. True, but it's a major component, and it's trading near its lows. And if we look at the other major stocks, Microsoft not as low, okay, not hovering near that 218, 237-ish level. It is at that 244, but it's something to keep note of, okay? Microsoft has been relatively, even if it was down for the day, relatively stronger than the other pack. Tesla on its dead lows, okay? So Tesla has been weak for quite some time. We did expect that. If we look at Amazon and Google, they kind of bouncing off their lows here, okay? So not too much of a hovering near its lows, but it's there, okay? So if we look at Google, not as bad, okay? We did get a little bit more of a bounce there than by the other charts, okay? If we look at a 1 hour chart, because it's not going to give us a 4 hour chart, we're going to get into our previous charting system. So just that you know, we're getting to that bottom range, okay, across the board. So, you know, this may be a point of a bounce, could be, okay, or we may see ourselves selling off continuously this week, which may still happen. So just be aware of that. Now, lastly, looking at Bitcoin, really unchanged at 16,727. Yeah, we spiked up last week, but, you know, altogether, we're right back down to our lows and just trading in a very tight range. This is Fed Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.